Hey, the pack of Cheez-Its in the background is really killing it. I know, thank you. In today's video, I'm gonna do my self-tanning routine. This is something I do literally every 3 days, so I feel like it's a pretty big part of like my overall beauty routine, I guess. It's also something that I'm constantly changing and updating. I've tried so many self-tanners in my entire life. I know what I'm looking for at this point, so I feel like I got it pretty down on lock, but I feel like I'm a self-tanner connoisseur, if you may. I'm a pretty impatient person, so I like to reach for tanners that don't take me 6 to 8 hours and that I can do in an hour or two, because I don't like sleeping with them. I just can't be bothered to wait. I like a quick fix, and I also like to be able to just do it on the go. I'm not the biggest fan of like going to get spray tans or going to tanning booths, just because I feel like it's so much effort. I have to leave the house, I have to it's a lot of work. For self-tanners, it takes like 10 minutes to put it on and you kind of go. So this is gonna be my self-tanning routine. I feel like I haven't done one in at least a few years, so things have changed. This video is sponsored by Bondi Sands, but like always, I never promote any brand or try even any products that I can tell are not gonna work for me or for anyone else. So this is a self-tanner that I've used for the past like 3 months. So I feel like self-tanner just gives me that extra boost of confidence. I don't know what it is. I just like being bronzed and glowy and tanned, and I'm gonna hop right into the video. That's it, let's go. Well, for the first step, you want to exfoliate because, well, you don't want to be crusty, but you also want the smoothest surface for the application. There's kind of a few ways that I like to go about it, one being the exfoliating mitt. It's one of those self-tanning accessories that you can pick up while you're getting your tanner, and it basically is a textured mitt that removes all your old self-tanner. Another way is Bondi Sands has a self-tan eraser, which is basically a mousse. You put it on, you wait 5 minutes, and then you remove it with a cloth. So that is another option. And then third is to make a sugar scrub or a coffee scrub and kind of get right in there. Although you usually have to use oil with sugar or coffee scrubs, so just beware that you might have to wait a little bit longer before you're self-tanning, because it'll get all oily and it just won't stick as well as you could if you waited. Also, of course, shaving. You do want to make sure that you shave right before the application. Before I hit it with the self-tanner, I like to apply pretty thick moisturizer kind of on all the places where self-tanner might set. So for me, it's elbows, knees, feet, and on my hands, pretty much everywhere that has lines, like on my wrist or my fingers. I like to fill all of that with thick moisturizer right before I go in with self-tanner, just because it'll set and it'll look weird and funky, and I don't like it. For my tanner, I'm using my self-tanning foam, and this is 1 Hour Express. You can keep this one on for up to 3 hours pretty much. It just depends how you like your tanner. If you like it super dark, then keep it on for 3 hours. If you like it bronzy, I like to keep mine for 1 hour. I also like to maintain it pretty frequently, so I don't feel the need to keep it on for a long time. Same thing with my feet as with my hands. I like to fill in everything where it would kind of grip onto and look funky. That's the best way I can describe it. If you've ever self-tanned before, you know what I mean. You basically just want to protect all the dry spots. I also don't go in with a whole handful when it comes to my feet and on my hands. I just kind of like to use whatever is left on the mitt after the general application. So just a little tiny bit of self-tanner left is what I go in with. Having self-tanner on my face doesn't bother me, but this is a personal preference, so I just use body tanner on my face as well. After that, I just wait an hour and rinse it off, and that is it. So that is it for my self-tanning routine. I hope you guys liked it. I feel like with self-tanning, there's so many little tricks that everyone does. Like, everyone's routine is quite different. So I used to do it with my hands, first of all. I've progressed to mitt, but I used to do it with just bare hands. I'm a changed woman now. I don't do those kinds of activities. Glow ups. I'm gonna go now. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. I love you so much. Thank you. Love you. Bye. I don't know when this became the way that I end my videos, but this is the way that I end my videos. Love you.